This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
And welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is 11/12/2020. This is show number 158. Well, Nick, I guess we should start with the unemployment stats for today. Far better than expected.
Yeah. Unemployment, the weekly initial jobless claims report came out this morning at 8:30 a.m. East Coast time, and that showed there were 709,000 weekly claims. So that was much, much better than expected. The expectations were, I think, for around 740, 750,000. So that was an improvement. And, again, last week we saw, a little bit of a better improvement this week compared to last week as well. We had a revised count of 757,000. So we're definitely improving on that front. It's still slow going. Obviously, if there are lockdowns going on around the country, these numbers can jump rather quickly, but you're definitely seeing a bit of an improvement there. And as for continuing claims, they declined to 6.786 million from a revised count of 7.222 million. So that's also a bit of an improvement. So good, decent numbers there. And again, if we could ever get out from under this lockdown scenario, this country could get back on track.
Yeah, well, that seems to be a big if. We got other governors. The governor of Ohio, New York, obviously, other states, they can't seem to get enough of these lockdowns, Nick.
Yeah, well, that seems to be the case, and you could throw Illinois in there, California, and the rest of them. But unfortunately, this is what we're dealing with. I think the people should be deciding, if we should lock down or not. And if you don't want to go out, you should stay home. If you want to go out and conduct business, you should be allowed to do it. I mean, that's what this country was founded on and built on. I'm just really, really surprised that here we are, months later. The virus really has been going on since January, February of this year, and here we are still talking about more lockdowns.
Yeah, this seems like the very definition of insanity. Well, so what about markets today? What are we looking at?
Yeah, the markets are pulling back a little bit today. We have the Dow down about 125 points. That's a decline of around 0.4%. You have the Russell down a little bit, about 0.5% lower, and then you have the S&P 500 down about a little less than 0.2%. But the Nasdaq catching another bid today, and again, the Nasdaq has a lot of those stay-at-home stocks out there, like Zoom Media and all of these cloud names, which you might use if you're looking to buckle down and lock down again. So it looks like a lot of the cloud names are getting a bid today, and we'll see how it goes. But overall, NASDAQ is up about 0.4%, and it's a pretty quiet day overall. Volume is pretty light so far.
And let's look at our precious metals sector. Gold and silver appear to be rebounding from their recent steep losses.
Yeah, you got a nice little pop in gold today. Gold futures up about $17. Right now, they're trading around $18.79 an ounce. You have the GLD today, the ETF for gold. That's up $1.48. That's a gain of around 0.8%. And you also have silver catching a little bit of a bid and miners. So the gold miners are all upticking a little bit. The GDX up about 76 cents as we speak. That's a 2% gain today. So again, Kerry, I've been talking about that backing and filling going on, up and down, up and down, up and down, and we continue to see that. So again, don't get too excited about the upside right now. Don't get too worried when you see downside. This is just a pattern that has to form, and eventually it will be a buying opportunity.
All right. So precious metals, and this is just the daily move. We can't really attribute it to anything, huh? Maybe just a recovery from the steep losses a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't make anything out of even the steep losses a couple of days ago. I think, we've just been doing a lot of backing and filling. And, like I've been saying on this program, is that you have to let the chart formation play itself out a bit, and it needs a little bit more time. But there's really nothing wrong here with the precious metals. They're acting really well.
All right. Well, I think we will leave it at that, Nick. Go take a look at Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com, for his extensive trading record. A lot of other valuable info available there. Check out the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Email us, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we'll pick up tomorrow.
Sounds good.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.